Gotham City, the chromatic haven, is a masterpiece of light and colour, a city where the boundaries of art, architecture and nature blur into an immersive sensory experience. Every element of this city serves as a testament to the philosophy of Incredibism, where the abstract and the tangible merge, creating a space where perception, emotion and reality are interconnected by chromatic energy. Core concepts. 1. The prism towers. Tall, crystalline monoliths dominate the skyline, acting as monumental prisms that refract natural light into rainbows that flood the city. These towers harness the light of the sun, moon, and stars, creating endless transformations in colour, symbolising how perception is fluid and ever-changing. The towers embody the Incredibism idea of transforming ordinary elements of life into extraordinary experiences through the medium of light. Number 2. The spectrum streets. The very ground beneath your feet is alive with colour. As people walk, their movements trigger ripples of light that flow outward, creating a living canvas. This interplay between the inhabitants and their environment captures the Incredibism ethos of dynamic interactivity, emphasising that every action has a ripple effect that alters the world in profound, sometimes imperceptible ways. 3. The chroma gardens. These gardens are more than simple plant life. They are living organisms of light, constantly shifting in hue depending on the angle and intensity of the light. At night, the chroma gardens glow, creating a surreal, peaceful environment where the lines between nature and light blur. The gardens are places of reflection, where people come to meditate on the emotional and psychological effects of light, reinforcing Incredibism's exploration of perception and introspection. Number 4. The luminous canals. The flowing canals are filled with radiant, glowing water that reflects and refracts light in mesmerising patterns. The canals are symbolic of the emotional flow within the city, representing the interconnectedness of inhabitants' experiences and their collective emotional and psychological states. Incredibism's emphasis on fluidity and change is encapsulated in these canals, which are constantly shifting yet remain fundamentally interconnected with the rest of the city. 5. The chromatic plaza. The central plaza serves as the heart of the chromatic haven, where light becomes a communal experience. The refracted light from the prism towers and the plaza's glass walls creates an endless dance of colour that engages the senses, fostering creativity and joy. This space reflects Incredibism's belief that art and expression are communal, emotionally charged experiences that shape reality through perception. 6. The horizon of light. At the edge of the city, where the built environment blends into the sky, the horizon of light creates a seamless connection between the physical and the cosmic. This space reminds inhabitants that their experiences with colour and light are not confined to the city, but are part of a greater universal process. Incredibism's focus on abstract connections between microcosms and macrocosms is visualized here as the city and the cosmos merge in a beautiful, ever-changing horizon. Emotional and psychological impact. Light as language. Incredibism City uses light and colour as a primary mode of expression. The city's colours are not static, they evolve with the time of day, season, weather, and even the emotional state of its inhabitants. This constant change in visual stimuli creates an emotional language where colours evoke specific feelings and thoughts, much like how Incredibism artworks convey deeper layers of meaning through abstract visuals and patterns. The role of the viewer. Just as Incredibism art invites interaction and interpretation, the inhabitants of the chromatic haven are active participants in their reality. The spectrum streets, for instance, reflect the energy and movement of each individual, emphasising the Incredibism principle that perception and action are inseparable. Inhabitants shape their world as much as it shapes them, constantly challenging the viewer's role in the creation of reality. Artistic integration in everyday life. Dynamic artworks throughout the city, murals, sculptures and installations change colour based on where they are viewed from, creating a personalised experience for each person. The artworks, much like the city itself, embody the Incredibism idea that art is a living, breathing entity that grows and changes with each interaction. The architecture of light. The city's sleek, futuristic buildings are made from materials that capture, reflect, and refract light in a kaleidoscopic array of colours. The use of translucent and reflective materials in architecture is symbolic of Incredibism's focus on perception. What you see is influenced by where you stand and how the light touches the surface. This architectural style creates a feeling of fluidity and transparency, where no solid boundary exists between the physical and the abstract. Inhabitants' experience. Living in Incredibism City, the chromatic haven is to live in a world where light defines reality, where the inhabitants navigate a constantly shifting landscape of colour, where their perceptions are continuously challenged and reshaped by their environment. Emotional states are tied to the play of light and colour, with entire districts radiating different shades that reflect the collective mood of the city. Each district of the city might glow in its own unique palette. The Azure District, a calm, reflective zone where blues and greens dominate, designed for meditation and thought. The Solar District, vibrant yellows and oranges inspire creativity and energy, making it a hub for artists and performers. The Violet District, mysterious and ethereal, where purples and dark hues evoke introspection and the exploration of deeper emotional states. Incredibism philosophy. At its core, Incredibism City, the chromatic haven embodies the Incredibism philosophy of interconnectedness between the abstract and the tangible. By using colour and light as the primary mediums of expression, the city becomes a living artwork, constantly shifting and transforming in response to both external forces and internal emotions. It invites its inhabitants to view reality through a new lens, where perception and action merge, and every step taken changes the world in an ever-evolving, luminous symphony.